Just a Kiss, Chapter 12. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. If you haven't heard the previous 12 chapters of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction, including this one. Don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment in support. If you don't know what to comment, put expensive shopping. Now then, please enjoy Just a Kiss, Chapter 12. These price tags made Nathaniel want to puke. Come on, Slowpoke, try them on. Don't be a ridiculous waste of time, Chloe said, shoving the shirts at him. She said she'd buy when he mentioned needing to get some new clothes, but he hadn't expected this.
Chloe, this Ralph Lauren-esque, he began.
Ralph Lauren? She all but scoffed. Don't be ridiculous. These are the Agrest brand, silly bee. He took the shirts without another word and slipped into the dressing room. He hated to admit it, but these shirts fit him better than anything he'd worn before. And Chloe's taste? Impeccable. Nathaniel hadn't leaned toward anything gray in the past, but the button-down top he found himself ogling in the mirror was the perfect shade for him. Is this what it felt like to be hot? He pushed his hair back and up out of his eyes. Maybe he wasn't half bad after all. "You're taking forever!" Chloe shouted through the curtain. He drew it back, sucking his stomach in and flexing before she could notice. Did he have much to flex? No, but it's the effort that counts, right? She gave him a once-over before turning back to her phone. Okay, so maybe he wasn't as attractive as the shirt made him feel. Acceptable? I've got good taste, she said, not looking up. That was probably a yes? Nate got so caught up in analyzing her forward response, he didn't notice her grab the camera. "What?" he said, hearing the familiar beep of the recording button. "What do you think? Do the clothes make the man?" Chloe asked the camera. "Of course, not with that silly hair. If we're going to do a real glam over, we have to make him up, don't you think?" And that is how Nathaniel learned the pain behind eyebrow threading. Thankfully, the barber was much more gentle with him. "An undercut," Chloe demanded. "Not a pompadour and not a Caesar cut. An undercut." Nathaniel could barely recognize himself after the countless snips snapped by. "This," he began, not intending to speak aloud. "This is me?" He looked to Chloe for validation without meaning to. "Ooh, hype!" Chloe said, the camera already pointed at him. "Look at this guy." Did she just compliment him? Chloe Bourgeois complimenting him, the class doodler and comic maker? Either their relationship had changed, or she, Chloe, still had a chance at becoming a better person. Or both. Hopefully both. "I look great on another person's dime," he joked, looking dead into the lens. Hopefully that makes someone laugh. Unexpectedly, she did, setting the camera down from shaking too much. "Well, it's a good thing I've got dimes to my name, because you're an expensive fix." A bit rude, but he knew how to take it in stride by now. "Oh, how generous of you, most charitable bourgeois.
I, your humble digital media assistant, can only beg for your thanks with my utmost gratitude.
She huffed and walked out, leaving Nathaniel to cackle where he stood. Oh, this was fun. Unexpected, but fun. Huh. He'd never thought he'd enjoy an afternoon with someone as self-obsessed as Chloe Bourgeois. She seemed to be a diamond in the rough. He followed her out, giving the barber an extra thank you before the door swung closed behind them. She wanted to get some shots in the park before night fell, and they were cutting it close. The pro to that was the golden hour, but even that was fading fast. Trying his best to not get his new outfit dirty as he wriggled into conspicuous positions, Nathaniel snapped away, getting all of her best angles, which he just about memorized at this point. They also tried a few new poses, 2 of which they ended up keeping. Awesome! See you tomorrow, tomato boy, Chloe said, grabbing her purse once the sun set behind the trees. They had to call it quits when the shadows picked up. Yeah, Nate said, flashing her a smile. See you tomorrow. Chloe hesitated a moment, giving him a once-over before moving on. He waited for a snarky remark, but none came, leaving him to realize his upticked heartbeat wasn't from fear of being made fun of. Oh no. The blush on his cheeks came from the realization that she'd subtly checked him out. Him. Chloe checked him out. He didn't need to check his Fitbit to see his heart rate history, but sure enough, he was in the fat-burning zone. Wow. Cool. Can crushes make a guy lose weight? No, but seriously, he was this flustered? From a glance? Oh, he had work to do. Sure, his red cheeks might give him away, but he could at least get a better poker face. He had to look the part to match his clothes. Sighing, Nathaniel put the camera away and trudged home, one thought echoing across his mind. It shouldn't be like this. This isn't how liking someone is supposed to feel like. And yet, here he was, on his bed, feeling this way for Chloe Bourgeois. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 13 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out other Miraculous Ladybug fanfictions, also on this channel. I will catch you in the next one. If you've listened this far, don't forget to comment. And if you don't know what to comment, put, "It shouldn't be like this." Bye! Trying his very best to not get his new outfit dirty as he wriggled into conspicuous problems. Conspicuous? Oh, jeepers!